Hello, everybody. My name is Birch, and today I'm going to tell you why some music stands the test of time.
You see a lot of artists falling off because they make trendy music. So when the trend is out or your dance is out, you're gone. You get what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But if you make you music, you talking about your feelings or you talking about how you are, your music can be timeless.
Mm-hmm. I would say I've spent most of my life not really looking into the classics. You know, growing up as a kid, I was listening to the radio, finding music I liked, buying it on iTunes, and that's kind of what my sort of growing up environment was. I didn't really have relatives who were deep into, jazz or just these sort of subcultures of music that shaped it. A lot of artists that I look up to, they talk about growing up hearing all of this stuff, and they almost become historians of the art itself. And that kind of lays a foundation for them to go on and change music and make something that no one's done before. And I think when I started to produce and write music, I felt very self-conscious of this, that I didn't have that foundation. I didn't have these building blocks. So I knew that I needed a lot of work. And what I did was I watch a lot of artist interviews. Anytime one of these artists brought up music that inspired them, I just go on my phone and I add it. And then the next time I had time to listen to music, if I was cooking or going on a hike or working out, anything, really driving, I would listen to these albums that inspired what inspired me. It was the first time I really felt like I was studying something, I felt like I was back in school of music, and I didn't have any teachers. My teachers were just the greatest artists of all time. And I was really consciously thinking of, why does this sound good? Why is Golden Lady by Stevie Wonder one of the best songs I've heard my whole life? And I've listened to so much music, and the technology is so much better now than it was when he made that song. And it just led me to the conclusion that a lot of the power in these records was they're not processed, they're not comped, they're not any of this. It's just, they just had to get the best take that they could possibly get. And that was it.
Hey, 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 hey,
If you listen to a pop song on the radio from anyone ranging from Tate McRae to Taylor Swift to Billie Eilish to Drake to anybody, what you're hearing is a vocal processing rack that gives it a feel of human quality that's not even possible. It's literally not possible for someone's voice to sound in real life like how it does on every song that you hear. And that was not the case. It used to be you record a song, most of the band is in the room with you. You try to direction the mics in the best way possible, but everyone's playing together. You feel the energy of the room, and these moments of realness that I think have evaporated. And when you look at music today, it's more in line with a math equation than it is with art. And a lot of that comes from how massive of a business it is. Taylor Swift pops around the country. She's the biggest. She's just a moving global economy. So of course, that music is going to be tailored by companies to return on their investment. And that music is going to be worked on until it's perfect and exactly what is going to hit people in a way that's going to continue these tours and is going to continue funding this massive business. And everyone is in search of that thing. You start out, you want to be an artist, you get a little bit of traction, you get signed to a label, and this label who has successful artists begins to shape who you are and where you're headed. And then next thing you know, you've lost control of the wheel and you're sitting in a room with a bunch of producers and they're like, okay, so this song was really big last year. We think we could make something like it. Here's a certain set of samples. Let me write a guitar that sounds like this song, and then we'll change a little bit, and then we'll model it off of this thing that was successful. That math equation is the majority of what we see today. And you see it with this TikTok rise. Everybody in my world tells me that it's not possible to do this without posting TikToks 2 or 3 times a day. And in my opinion, that waters down the appeal of an artist and makes you less elusive and less sought after. But that system of cranking out content and buying into the wheel is what's returning money right now for the labels, because TikTok was set up with ad revenue much better than any other platform is. So they're where everybody is sending you because the record labels need money now when, you know, you get 1 million streams on Spotify and it's fucking $10. Sorry, that was a bit of a rant there. But yeah, sort of to bring it back into old music, right? And obviously the Beatles were a huge money-making machine for a lot of people, right? So it's how are they able to sustain artistry? How are they able to make Sgt. Pepper's when by the time they made that album, they were already the biggest thing in the world, or one of the biggest things in the world? And how are they able to sustain art and evolution? And I think a lot of it just comes from the focus then being like, we're going to let them do what they do. And then on the back end, we're going to take care of business and we're going to make the money. Whereas now it's very involved, the business side on the actual music itself. And the artists over time giving up a little bit more control. And now it's to the point where you meet with a label and they tell you like, this is what you need to do to get signed on this label. And then you just do it. And then in that moment, you've sacrificed all of your vision and everything that you set out to do, because now you're just trying to get signed onto something that people tell you you're supposed to get signed to be successful. When really, even now, the people who become great are the ones who do not abide by those rules. And there's a misconception now that these rules are set up so you can succeed, when really they're set up so you can fail, or you can be a quick little one-off treat that a record label makes $1 million or $2 off of in 2024, and then, you know, you kind of fade out.
There's a lot of corny motherfuckers in the world. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of biters and shit. You know, you're dressing one way and then the whole world starts dressing another way. Like, individualism is important.
I guess this video didn't end up really being a lot about old music. That was what I wanted to talk about. But I think really at the heart of my intention is to highlight why I think that music still hits today. And a lot of the reason why it hits is because of some of the issues that I see in the industry as it stands. It's like, why are vinyls the hottest thing in the world right now? Why are vinyls having this resurgence? It's because it's cool to own a physical thing and just put a needle on it and then it plays. When you could literally have that album for free on 10 different devices. Like, here, hold on. This album, Skip Tracing by Mild High Club, right? If I wanted to, I could listen to this on my phone, my computer, my TV, my iPad, my TV in my living room. I could have it on 6 different devices at the same time for free. Why do I want to buy this? This. Look at that. That artwork. It's just cool. There's just a physical thing that a needle touches and creates sound. You know, I'm not in any way everyone's buying records now. I think of a lot of the reason why records are having this resurgence is because when everything is a certain way, people are in search of something else. And when you have access to everything in the world and you can make playlists you can pick every song that you like from an album and put it on a playlist and only listen to that playlist with all of your favorite songs from every album. But people still buy this where you got to listen to the songs that you maybe don't like a little bit.